So it's coming out week. Guys, I'm transgender. So the person that you plan to come out to, no matter it be your parents, no matter it be your friends, or a co-worker, anybody in your family, you know them, and I mean, you obviously know them or you wouldn't come out to them. And your relationship is so important to you that you feel like you want to share this part of your life with them in order to continue having the relationship. And that's great. The next step is coming out, which is easier said and thought about than done. So, I mean, you know the person you're going to come out to. You should know how they feel about certain social things such as diversity and things that are different from the norm. So just gauge that person based on how well you know them and choose the appropriate way to come out. With my parents, I came out at a really early age, and it was hard for them, and it's still hard for them now, and they're still having trouble grasping that I am on hormones and they're here to stay. And in a year, I'll be a completely different person, so they can't just be like, hey, this is Madison, it's my daughter, when I have a full beard and a voice that's like gonna be crazy, and I know it's gonna be crazy, because listen to me. It's gonna be crazy. I'm getting, like, deranged because I made this video already. I need to get a Scantron for a test on Monday. You know your person. You know your chances. And you could get a crappy reaction, but if you do get a crappy reaction, take it as it is and revisit the situation at a later date if you choose to. Because it's not up to them. They're not obligated to know anything about you unless you tell them. Nobody is obligated to know anything about you and your life if you don't think that they need to know. So use your discretion on those kind of things. Don't do it angrily. Don't do it. Don't come out at a bad time, basically. You know, like, don't come out after a car wreck. Don't come out at a funeral. And don't come out after your dad has just bailed your brother out of jail. Those are good times to not come out. And I wouldn't recommend it. Not that I've experienced coming out like that. But I don't see it going very well. Because I gauged the emotions of the people that I came out to. I didn't have any of those things happen to me, by the way. Yeah. If you think that the person you're going to come out to is going to react in a negative or aggressive manner, I suggest doing it in a semi-public place, maybe. Like over coffee or over, like, pancakes. You know, like, something like that. Just be safe and don't put yourself in any kind of immediate danger, because that's not good. Dangerous. I'm just sitting here thinking about what the subtitles are gonna say. Monkeys on a farm like to eat spray paint. Like, shit like that. Like, that's hilarious. And if it said that, it'd be so funny. I'm probably, like, I'm losing it. Educate. My mom thought she was super educated. She wasn't. She's not. She's still not. She won't let me educate her. Sometimes your parents don't want to be educated, and that's okay. It comes with time. There's going to be a time when they have to accept that you're transitioning. They don't have to like it, but they're going to have to accept that you are taking steps to transition, because it's a real thing. Like, saying that you don't believe in violent video games doesn't mean that violent video games don't exist. So they can say, well, I don't believe in that. Well, it exists, so it doesn't really matter if you believe in it. Anyways, but you need to talk about coming out, and you need to talk about it with the people closest to you. I spent hours and hours, probably turned into days, talking with my best friend about all that stuff. Not just about coming out, like, not coming out to him. Like, coming out to him was easy, and he was great, and he was like, yeah, I could have told you that, it makes sense. Motherfucker. So, find somebody that you are comfortable talking to and get their opinion on how you should approach somebody, because like, people in your life are going to be a great way. Just get somebody that you're comfortable with, and they'll help you through it. Find somebody you love that knows you're trans. Say, hey, I'm trans, and I'm thinking about telling so-and-so I'm trans, and so-and-so, so, like, do you know any ways you think you would go about it with them? So, like just use your resources, Write a letter if that's something that you want to do. I didn't write a letter. I just kind of, like, caught people at good times, I guess. With my dad, it was kind of like we were eating breakfast, and at the end, I was like, listen, I started testosterone last week. Don't hate me. And he was like, I don't hate you, but blah, 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 blah. Just, oh, don't go there. That's a topic for another week. And you might be 15 thinking, my parents aren't going to budge on hormones. And you know what? I was 14, and I knew my parents weren't going to budge on hormones. My parents didn't budge on hormones. Like, I wasn't able to start hormones until 7 weeks ago. So, and I'm almost 19. So it took a little while for me to, get the process going whenever, I turned 18. So don't be so, like, super jealous of guys you see that are, like, 16 and 17 starting testosterone. Their parents are just a little bit more progressive than other parents. It doesn't mean that your parents don't love you. I'm sure your parents love you so much. Like, I can't even imagine. But you know where you stand with your parents, and if you don't know where you stand with your parents, that's what conversations are for, and that's what coming out is for, and that's what talking with your parents with a therapist is for. Like, I think it's a great thing to have family sessions. Like, I had to have family sessions just to, like, get them straight. You know what I'm saying? Talk a little bit of sense into them. That kind of stuff. So, you're on your way. Whether you're 6 months away from getting hormones, whether you're, 3 or 4 years away from getting hormones, like, you're gonna get hormones because you're gonna be 18 sooner or later. Yeah, it happens. Like, 18 hits you and you're, like, smacked with adulthood and bills. So, and be thinking about that part. Be thinking about the cost, because chances are you're gonna have to pay for that kind of stuff. And that is different. That is a different topic. Okay, I'm shutting up. So my tips are, just gauge the person. The person, gauge that person. Talk about it. Keep talking about it. Like, oh, just talk so much. Just talk. And be safe. And then be proud, because you were born this way. Just be. Be man that you are. And you're the only one that can, you're the only one that can tell yourself what gender you are. So if you come out and you get slammed with negative vibes, don't pay attention to them. Say, I'm sorry you feel that way. And I will see you when I'm a successful business music man, right? I don't know. I'm rambling. It's like 9:30 and I feel like it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh God. You guys are cool. If you're watching this video, you're cool. And I like you for it. But yeah, like coming out is just something you gotta do at one point in your life or another. I came out to somebody last week in my media writing class. We were interviewing each other, like we had to do it for an assignment, and it came up, and she thought it was the coolest motherfucking thing that she's ever heard of. She was like, that must be such a big thing to like go through. That must be such a huge step to take. Like I can't even imagine. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty big. It's pretty cool, but I'm happy. And she was like, you seem happy. And at the end, she was like, we should do lunch sometime. And I'm like, yeah, we should do lunch sometime. That's the coolest idea I've ever heard of. So we're going to have lunch. And I made a friend because I came out and was honest. But you just gauge your situation, you know? Like, chances are it'll be good. I like to be optimistic. But if you have a bad situation, then that's okay. You're going to have bad situations happen in your life. And it's just practice for the next time you have a bad situation. And you handle it better. You'll probably handle the next bad situation better. So, be safe. Oh God, be safe. Just be safe. Don't get hurt over coming out, you know? Like, public places are good for coming out. Because if you do get hit, there are people to help you. Because people root for the underdog. Yeah. Or they'll just stop the fight. Because people feel like that's their business. I'm talking to myself now. So, come out. Come out when you're ready. Don't come out till you're ready, you know? Rock that shit. You'll know. You'll know when the right time is with the right person and the right method. Like, it's just, it'll be in you. Does that sound weird? Yeah, it does. Yeah, you'll know. You'll know. And if it's awkward, you'll know what not to do next time. So, words of the wise, right? I'm so wise. I'm a wise man. Okay. Hey, we got some new guys on the channel. What's up? Hit me up. We can be friends since we're like YouTubing together. Bye. I'll see you next week.